What up, guys? This is Casey is Raw again, and today I'm gonna talk about wrestling or talking wrestling. So, right now we're gonna talk about the latest Dark Side of the Ring with Rob Black and his XPW and his uh, and I guess you can say his porn DVD adventures. Well, what I remember about XPW back in the day, to me, it was like the knockoff version of ECW. I mean, and it pretty much was. It was a knockoff version of ECW. I mean, that's how I felt then, and I'm kind of even watching the Dark Side of the Ring. That's how I kind of feel now. Still, I mean, they're not like king of the hardcore matches because CZW was way more hardcore than XPW, if you ask me. Maybe they slightly more hardcore than ECW, but I mean, I really didn't think much. I had a couple of their, I believe their DVDs in the collection, or maybe tapes, but I hate to say this, I was just never into uh their wrestling. I mean, I was into ECW. I kind of like CZW. I mean, I knew CZW about the same time when I heard of XPW. And obviously, this is around the time. Well, this is because ECW was red hot at that time frame. And what they were saying, Rob Black wanted to bring ECW to the West Coast. And this is when ECW was signed with TNN, so Heyman didn't need him. So Rob Black got mad. So, I really don't think. I really don't like XPW, if you ask me. I mean, the episode was great. On Dark Side of the Ring, like usual. I mean, like I said a million times now, there hadn't been one episode of Dark Side of the Ring that was not good. So they all been excellent. The information won't be 100% correct all the time. I mean, like I said before, they were incorrect with the plane ride from hell. Vince and Linda was not there. And there was other episodes that they were incorrect. But I mean, they tried. I mean, especially when I guess you had about a year to produce these episodes. So they're producing like what, 8 episodes, give or take, so many. So they only have so much time for each episode. I did not know XPW was pretty much ran from a porn company. That's something I did not know. But does it shock me? No. I mean, I really never heard of Rod Black even until watching this. But it's wild what happened. I mean, guy runs a porn industry, porn company, and he has a wife, and then she wants to do a video, but of course she can't do any porn video without it being Rob Black, or it can't be anyone else. And then the whole thing with the Messiah. When that, I guess, was their Hulk Hogan, their John Cena, their Roman Reigns, their top guy. And when he decides he was done, he tried to leave, and of course Rob Black guilt tripped the hell out of him. And then when he slept with his wife, he had a resentment towards him, and I can see why. I mean, if someone slept with my wife, I would have been pissed too. But to the point where you send out people to break into your house. Well, he didn't. They just walked right in because the guy left his door unlocked. But then go over, and then they literally snip off his thumb. Like, wow. I'm surprised he even stayed alive. I mean, man, look how big my thumb is. Imagine you snip the top of that, how much blood and stuff would be squirting out right there. I mean, he said he passed out, but I'm shocked he didn't die from loss of blood. But he probably would have died if they cut the other thumb. But that's wild. That's some mafia stuff right there, if you ask me. But, and then you see the guy at the freaking indie show, and he's like showing off his hand and top of his thumb missing. Well, it's wild. And then the whole thing, they would, apparently it was a running joke to, go for a handshake, you go like this. I'm like, oh my god, that's messed up. Or they wave and be like, but that is pretty messed up. But yeah, like I said, I really didn't. I did learn a few things about XPW, but I still feel the same thing before I went into it and how I felt after. I just feel like they're a knockoff version of ECW. I mean, the guy admitted he wanted to be like ECW because they were taking unprotected chair shots, and the guy got mad at one dude because he put his hand up to protect himself, and then the whole he was handcuffed in the crucifixion pose, so he couldn't protect himself from chair shots. But that's pretty messed up if you ask me. I mean, especially now what we know from was it CTE? Yeah, CTE and concussions. I mean, it makes sense. I'm like, dude, you hit someone in the head with something, it's going to cause damage. I mean, look what happened with Chris Benoit with all the chair shots, the unprotected chair shots, all the unprotected diving headbutts they did. And the guy went crazy eventually. So, and I never had a concussion that I know of. I mean, I get headaches all the time, but that doesn't mean I have one. But I know my brother. Here's a funny story. It gotta suck for him during this time frame. Uh, it was like a couple days before his wedding, and for some reason, my dad and him wanted to shoot a bucket of water, and I guess my brother didn't know how to shoot a gun properly, so I guess the scope hit him in the forehead, cut him, and caused a concussion. And he still has the effects every one. Last, I know he had effects from that concussion for a while. So I know there's mild concussions and there's like full on concussions. But yeah, I'm gonna, like I said a million times, XPW is they're not hardcore as CZW or East. They're just barely little bit hardcore than ECW, but at that time, people were already moving on from ECW's kind of hardcore. Even though you got some of those people who really loves those death matches from CZW. I mean, those are just just crazy. I highly suggest you guys go on to Vice YouTube channel and check out the CZW death matches. Oh, it's a great show. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a good episode like usual. So highly suggest you guys watch Dark Side of the Ring. So that's pretty much it. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later.